There's an incident in the Old Testament, it's in the book of Numbers, where a plague was sweeping through the Hebrews, and already 140,000 Hebrews had died. I think that's the number, it's in the book. And so Moses told Aaron, he said, go up to the tabernacle and bring a censer. Now a censer is either clay, ceramic, or metal container that's fireproof. He said, go up there to the altar of the tabernacle and get some fire, get some coals. In the books of Moses, there's a place in there where God says, keep a fire going 24/7 in the tabernacle. So there was always a fire burning in there. So get some, put them in a censer, and take incense. Now this was the holy incense, which was galbanum, onycha, myrrh, and get that incense and put it in the censer. And that heat source, the censer was a high fireproof bottom part, and then a shelf in there where they would put the oils and resins, and then that heat source would vaporize them. So a censer was really an incense diffuser that was portable, and they could hang it from a chain because it was hot. And you've probably seen this when Catholic ceremonies, that's a censer. And you see the vapors coming out, and they usually are diffusing frankincense in there. So Moses told him, he said, take a censer, put on incense, put some coals in there from the fire on the altar, and go out among the people because a plague has begun. And they referred to it as the wrath of God was upon them. And so he went out and actually went to all the tents. There was probably 500,000 people out there in the desert. They're all scattered throughout several square miles. And so it was Aaron and all of his sons and helpers did this over a period of probably a few days or a week. And they fumigated every tent. The people would stand in the vapors, breathe them. As those vapors even touched their skin, it was going the molecules into their body. They were in the tents, and the vapors was actually soaking into the walls of the tents, so it was actually sanitizing everything. And the plague stopped right then and there. There were no more any deaths after that. And that process of fumigating with oils was known also to the Greeks. And who's the father of medicine? Hippocrates. At one point, Athens was suffering a plague, and so he had people running throughout the city like that with incense burners and fumigating everybody in the city to stop a plague there. So that was a technique that was used by more than just the biblical people.